Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
By the way, I'm as hungry as you are. Make no mistake about it. By the way, you know I was born and raised here in the city, and I always tell people, wherever I am, I'm always from Orange. Never forget it. Never. I couldn't have been governor if I hadn't been born and raised in Orange. And I say that very sincerely. He loves Orange just as much as I do, and you do, and we need to re-elect him. Do it for me, please. Do it. Do it. Do it. Your mayor, our mayor, the Honorable Mayor Hawkins Jr. Get this thing. Come on. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you. Thank you. See all the support is a great thing. I'm so happy to see all of you here this evening in support of my re-election. I've had, all these elected officials here, all of you. I've seen Dionne Warrwick here. She was here.
Yes!
We got Carl Lewis. Dionne, you singing? Next time. She said, don't get started, man.
Don't walk on by, Dionne.
So you didn't know. This is how we do here, but it has been a long, long road, a lot of things going on. We know it is the worst economy since the Great Depression, and our governor has made some tough decisions that hurt some municipalities. At one point, we were at a 20% increase. We've now got that down to 0. So that's significant. It felt good to hear everybody up here say Mayor Hawkins this, Mayor Hawkins that. But the reality is that while I sit up here and take all these accolades, and I take the knives in the back too, we get those, But as the city attorney told me once, he says, you can't, as smart as a leader as you want to be, you can't win any wars without your generals. And these men and women right here are my generals. They are the ones that run each and all of our departments and make me look for each and every day to implement that which needs to be done. And that is so, so important. And believe me, we get it. People call our office all the time. Mayor, we're struggling. We're trying to figure out whether we can pay our taxes or our light bill, our taxes or our health care. We get the calls all the time. And like the pastor said, every once in a while, I slip into church. And I hear a couple weeks ago, I heard the minister talking, and he said, times are hard. We're lucky if we get through the next week or this week. That's a blessing. And then he went on to tell a story. He said there was a 65-year-old man or so that he went into a store and he stole a can of pears. Got arrested, went to jail. Judge, inflexible, blew the book at him. He said, why did you steal this can of pears? He said, I was hungry. And he said, well, how many pears are in the can? He said, 5. He said, that's 1 week of jail for each pear in the can. Wife was in the audience and was hostile, upset, indignant, jumped up and said, Judge, what are you doing? Are you serious? Are you really going to put him in jail for 1 week for each piece of fruit in that can? He said, yes, I am. Well, he said, if that's the case, then you need to know he also stole this can of peas. So, our team is good, but if you made your wife mad, we can't help you. So, but we are doing a lot. We understand that fiscal pain. And inside of this recession, we brought in over $60 million of public-private investment, and that's in part because of the people that you see here. When I call, they come, and they pick up the phone. Whether it's getting us money, whether it's changing rules and laws, whether it's when a building burns down, and we have to call our senators or somebody else to help, or even people in the county to help get driver's licenses and birth certificates for people who lost them in the fire. These people here behind us made it happen for us and helped get people back on their feet. There's so much redevelopment going on here. We have projects that were demolished that are now being built with 2- and 3-story townhomes, just about fully funded by federal and state dollars. If you look out at that factory across the street, it's been dormant and out of business for more years than I can count. They're now refurbishing it. It's gutted. It's got windows that are being installed to be condos and lofts on the bottom. We have changed this town. Just a couple blocks away, there are artist lofts with glass rooftops the size of this room. Matter of fact, the developer told me, he said, Mayor, if you keep working with me, we'll be able to play golf from rooftop to rooftop. So I said, I'm going to hold you to that. So there are so many things that we're doing. This is an urban city or a partially urban city, and that makes it very interesting to govern because we have our urban section, and then we have our $1 million homes, and we have our lofts, and our valley is now Arts District trying to be something like a Hoboken, but with better parking, hopefully. So we're going to keep doing what we can do. See, he wants me to give him his credit. He says that was his joke. So, you know, we're going to keep doing what we have to do each and every day to make the city better. We've broadened our tax base, we're bringing in new redevelopment, and crime. Like I said, quasi-urban city. Since 2007 compared to now, because of the work of this police director and the men and women on law enforcement here, we reduced crime 23% since the year before we took office. So there's a lot that we've done, and I'm not going to rehash everything because you have the brochures, you can read it. But needless to say, it is a difficult time, and we are steering our way through this storm. And now is not the time to change the captain of the ship in the midst of a storm. You know, and our ship is everybody you see here, right? With a new mayor comes a new administration, right? The people here have worked hard, all of us, to be down in Trenton, to build relationships with the congressmen, with the freeholders and everybody here. They know what to expect out of us. They know our directors and our department heads. They know what they're going to get when they come to Orange. And the reality is you have an administration change, they step back. Say, we don't know who that is. We got to see what's going on. There's a lot of progress here. They know what to get out of Orange, and the relationships are there for us to keep moving forward. I'm not going to talk all night because a lot of things that have been said are true, and I don't need to recycle them over and over again. But there's a lot we've done, but there's a lot left to do, and that's why I'm going to announce tonight that I'm running for re-election in the city of Orange. Like the chairman said, you can't wish them in, you gotta vote them in. So can I count on you? Yeah! I can't hear you, can I count on you? Yeah! All right, let's make this happen. DJ, give me some music.